design visioning, interplay of nature-based solution in a sustainable design framework for future productive landscape community planning and design of Wuhan peri-urban. So, Wuhan different every day. This is the very famous slogan to show the rapid urbanization of Wuhan. And as you can see here in the photo, during the pandemic, Wuhan has show their ability to build the hospital within under 10 days. So as you can see, that is also reflect how fast the city could grow. And with the population around 11 millions, and yeah, Wuhan has been grow tremendously every year, and it's keep expanding its economy. And here is to show the importance of Wuhan because of the national goal is to um, promote the rise of central China and also the Yangtze River economic belt. Let me have the laser. Yeah, so Wuhan is located in the middle reaches of the Yangtze River. And apart from the economic hub, Wuhan is also being the high-speed railway hub in the country. As you can see here from Wuhan, to travel to the capital Beijing this day only 4 hours, to Shanghai is only 3 hours and a half, and only within 5 hours you can reach Guangzhou and Shenzhen. So Wuhan has become the economic and high-speed train hub in these countries. And apart from their economic growth, and these studies have showing Wuhan have also lost a lot of farmland and natural landscape. As you can see in the past several decades, they have lost a lot of farmland, natural areas, and also a lot of contribution of the built up landscape area in the cities. And apart from that, we can see the change of the urbanization here. A lot of gated community have been built around the urban area and peri-urban area of Wuhan. As you can see, the gated community it's create uh, the area just for people who live inside, right? They will have the mix of type of different type of residential, like low-rise and high-rise building with the green space that only sharing for the people who live inside, but really disconnect with the outside area. And especially all the productive landscape has been disappeared because of this new rapid development. And apart from, having a lot of concrete, it's also create this water locking in the city. And this is always happen during the rainy season. There is a urban flooding. Yeah, I can show you the video. Yeah, this generally happens. And this is, I was on the way back home when I was in Wuhan in the July, during the July rainy season. And yes, not only it's create the urbanization problem with the urban water locking, and this also, how can I close this? This also reflect in the food security. Like this is during the lockdown when Wuhan is under the lockdown, many people could not access to the fresh products. So this is a big problem as well when we lost the productive landscape in the city. Mm, okay, sorry. Seems like my computer stuck. Oh, yeah, okay. With this problem, right, the Chinese government, announcing China's Small City program, and this program is about for the cities to act like the spawn to retain rainfall and make use of natural forces to accumulate, infiltrate, and purify rainwater in the urbanization. For the small city concept, is the planning and construction of small city could follow the concept of natural absorption, infiltration, purification, protection and restoration of original urban ecosystems such as river, lakes, wetland, and emphasize the low impact development. And as you can see here in this screen, it's actually the combination of nature-based solution, which is the spawn structure, similar to the green infrastructure that we have, combination with the gray solutions, so that to make more the effective of the spawn city concept. However, this spawn city concept is only focusing in urban area, but it's lacking the implementation in the peri-urban area. So this research aim and objective is to um, aid policy and decision makers and planners in landscape planning and design for sustainable urban development to balance future urban development while preserving productive lands and green space. So the aim is of this study is to integrate nature-based solution in a sustainable design framework for productive landscape community in peri-urban area. And by applying research to design approach, the new framework will explore the visualization of nature-based solution and answer this question, like what is the NBS inspired landscape look like in the spatial design? And then using comparative spatial analysis as the preliminary assess to test applicability of this new framework in the landscape planning and design. So here is the research framework. Um, we are using this method of integrative literature review, right, to set up the framework and knowledge of the topic first, and then be able to combine that knowledge and propose this conceptual framework, which is about nature-based solution in sustainable design framework for productive landscape community and peri-urban area. And apart from that, we're using research to design to create the design visioning of the productive landscape in the peri-urban area. Yeah. And to focusing on the food system activities, it is also important when we are going to set up the framework for productive landscape. So this project is complement the food system diagram from Van Berkom 2018, the research. And then this is the modified version that we focusing on this system of production where the plant is growing, processing is where the plant has been harvesting and being processed into the products. And next is the distribution, where we're going to sell, where will be the market area selling those products. And consumption is about the disposal of those food and how it's turned into the fertilization, and that's come back to support the production stage. And all of these also integrate with the socio-economic drivers, environmental drivers, and the goal is to come up with the outcome of the food securities. So here is the proposed framework that integrates nature-based solution in sustainable design for productive landscape community. So as you can see here, this is to combine the type of nature-based solution, which is type 1 is about nature. So it's about intrinsic use of existing ecosystem, doing the natural protection. The application will be those natural areas on the site, whether it's the forest, green space, wetland, riparian buffer zone, or grassland. And that also linked to environmental driver or natural landscape in the food system framework. Yeah, the second one is the nature-based solution type 2, which is hybrid, focusing on modify, manage ecosystem. In this case, we're focusing on agricultural area, which is this one is directly connected to the food supply system where the production, processing, distribution, and consumption will be located. The last one is nature-based solution type 3, which is about the inspire. We create the new design, manage new ecosystem. And this application is also integrate with those green infrastructure like infiltration ponds, bioretention, bioswale, rain gardens, retention and detention ponds, those green roof and green walls. And all of these can also promote socio-economic driver, which is also create living urban activities landscape. Yeah, so in that framework, we are going to show you how it's integrated into the design. And this one is the study area. Study area is locating in 1EP district, which is in the peri-urban area of Wuhan. As you can see, this area also in a very prime area because of its there is the highway, is the ring road, the third ring road of the city, and also they also have subway station line one, which is quite convenient if traveling into the city. And this village is called Circle New Village. Pretty much is the farmer area, uh, and some immigration that are moving from the rural area to come here and seek for job. As you can see here in this island, because it was surrounded by Fu River and Zhujie River, and it still have this traditional village of the agricultural landscape in the middle part. And you can see here they are in the challenge of the fast-growing urbanization. A lot of dense buildings have been building up by ignoring those health and well-being and the green space for this residential area. And also you can see the way that they built their residential is very close to the river, which every year they will facing flood. And here, when starting the design of the site, we promote the use of nature-based solution following the framework that's setting up to the land use in the initial stage. So here is the conceptual master plan. Using nature-based solution type one, those natural landscape has been protected and expanding. And also type two is agricultural landscape has been saved within uh, the existing area. And type three is the combination of those, green space, green roof, and living area. And in the site, this is the subway station. It will become the new transit-oriented development, right, along with this new central park that will provide the space for the people here. And at the same time, working with nature-based solution and also with the land use and functional area here. Those food system has been identified on the site, like planting area, where to grow food, right, where they harvest and processing, where they're selling at the market area, and the composting will be at those agricultural technology or maybe educational zone where, education and local people could be integrated and using those new technology to help making this productive landscape more effective. Here, as you can see, this is the final master plan has been developed. And yeah, all the um, productive landscape has been saved and all the community area has been reorganized with this sharing space where they can have their own community gardens and not only growing food for themselves and it also having other recreational activities and more sharing space with park area for this residential and it can accommodate more people than before. Also, the subway station has become the new trading zone, like where they have the market and also those new commercial area. And the Central Park will act as a sponge cities in the site. And as you can see here is the blow up of the water network. And the water can come in from the Central Park and being distributed to this canal network and to help with the farmland. And also along the street, there will be bioswale filter strip and porous paving to help absorb the water and clean water before, it's get into the natural river. And this how they integrate all the pond, all the rain gardens, and the agricultural landscape sharing community garden and green roof within these community units. Yeah. And this one is to the comparative spatial analysis is to testing um, the new design against the existing site. So we compare the land use area. As you can see, it's achievement that the cropland and productive landscape has been remained and with slightly increased because of the combination of the cropland, green roof, and community gardens we could help saving this productive landscape, in the meantime that we are planning for the growth of this area. And natural area increased 18% because we have protected all the wetland and increased more forest in the site. and additional land use that never happened before, like those public green space, green roof, community gardens has been increased 100%. And that will provide health and well-being of these residential people who living on this village. And also the area of market can also promote economic for these people. And this is the perspective of different areas. This is the community areas where they have the shared gardens and some area for recreation. And this will be for sharing within this community. And they have the area for trading. This is at the transit-oriented site where it's combination of bus stop and the train and subway station as well. And the last one is about the wetland and natural park has been preserved and to protect the site from annual flood. Yeah, and thank you so much for your attention. If you have interest in this project, it was published in Journal of Architectural Planning, Research and Study from Thammasat University. Yeah, thank you so much.